Divine greetings, Masters. Very good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. This is Madhu Soni, welcoming you all to Light and Soul Meditation English Group, Masters. Very warm welcome to each and every one, and to all the participants. Thank you so much and gratitude. So, before we start our session and head into the book reading, Swadhyay, and the meditation, let us first pray and give our regards and respects to all the Masters. So, with great respects, regards, and gratitude to all the divine beings, ascended masters, the Param Guru Mandali masters, Saptarishi Mandal masters, the Siddhas, the Gurus, the teachers, healers, mentors, coaches, and the masters from the astral realms. Connected to the Most High, the Pyramid World Masters, the Crystal World Masters, and also the White Brotherhood, White Sisterhood, and all the healers, guardian angels, archangels, angels, spirit animals, spirit guides, loved ones, and ancestors. We also give our respects in regards to our great grandmaster Pitama Brahm Rishi Patriji, Mahavtar Babaji, and our archangels, angels who are always helping us, supporting us, and protecting us, and guiding us on the true path. Masters, we also would like to connect with your consciousness. We pray for the same, and we ask you for your divine wisdom and knowledge that you got. May we also get the same. Please help us align with the highest timeline that we have set for our incarnations, as well as please help us align with the soul plan and soul purposes. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. So, Masters, before we go ahead and start our session, let us welcome Sanjay Goswami ji, for the book reading session and the meditation today that he's going to take. So, Masters, as you all know, he had been giving Swadhyay sessions and also meditation sessions, some wisdom sharing sessions also at Light and Soul, and also in the PSSM New Jersey, and many other groups, Masters. So, definitely wherever he can find volunteering time, he gives his services to all the groups. And today he will be telling us about chapter 11 from Only Love is Real, written by Dr. Brian Weiss. He is from New Jersey, Masters, and he works with Citibank, and he has two kids, and definitely his time goes with the kids and office as well as at home. So, Masters, let us welcome Sanjay ji, and let us know what he has in store for us from chapter 11 by Dr. Brian Weiss. So, there's a quote also. Let me share that with the group, Masters, Sanjay ji, and then we can go
Sure.
ahead. Yeah, 1 second. So, today, the quote that was selected by Neville Goddard, Masters, is basically, he's a great master. Also, he says, here's the quote, and then I can also share from the chapter 11 as well. 1 second. Yeah. So he says, believe that you are what you want to be. Very simple quote. But he is very clairvoyant, Masters, manifesting. He has done many manifesting techniques, also given many manifesting techniques. So here he says, believe that you are what you want to be. Whatever you want to be, you just need to believe that, yes, you are that. And that is what we all need to understand, that whatever we desire and we want to be that, whatever future we want to bring into our present, or whatever we see in our future, let us live that present, in that present moment. So believe that, yes, you are living that life and you are there. That is what he is guiding us. Anyone wishes to share their views, please go ahead and share. I'll just stop the screen sharing and then go on to our today's Only Love is Real, right? 1 second. Yeah, here it is. So that I can just help Sanjay ji here with the screen share.
Sure. Thank you.
1 second. If anyone wishes, please go ahead and share their views if you want to. Otherwise, we can go straight into this. Sanjay ji.
Yeah, you'll be sharing, Madhuji, or I can read it from myself.
I shared, but yeah, then later on you can, I'm just going to share the quote here that is written by W.B. Yeats, and then you can take over your own place.
Sure. Okay, so thank you for giving me the opportunity today, Madhuji, and thank you to all masters for joining today. So today's first we'll go over the quote and then little brief on the yesterday's session, and then we'll get into the session. So many times man lives and dies between his two eternities, that of race and of the soul. And ancient Ireland knew it all. Whether a man dies in his bed or a rifle knocks him dead, a brief parting from those dear is worse man has to fear. Though grave diggers toil is long, sharp their spades, their muscle strong. They but thirst their buried men back in the human mind again. So it's basically what we have in Gita also. Basically, it's continuing. Your body will go and then you continue. That's how it goes. So yeah, Mataji, then you can unshare. I will start from my local. I'll read it through. So masters, yesterday we were learning about our other character Pedro's life, and the life the story goes basically in yesterday's stories and before day before story. We learned that author is like the brain Weiss is getting a clue now that Pedro and Elizabeth somehow connected in their life times, and they are coming together basically one after other in the session. So one of the story which we learned yesterday about like his father's death, and she was grieving, and the same thing happened to Pedro when he was the father and he is seeing her daughter is grieving and a departed soul. So with this our author Brian Weiss get some clue that they are connected basically from their past lives. And here he goes from today how it continues, and then what author comes in between and explain about what is going on. So this is like a chapter 11. Elizabeth sobbed softly as she sat in the familiar recliner. Her mascara was running in the jagged lines away from her eyes. I gave her a tissue and she dabbed absent-mindedly at her eyes, and black mascara lines gained speed in the air, descent towards her chin. She had just finished recounting a life as Irish woman. A life had ended as peacefully and with much happiness. Yet the stark contrast on her current life, it's with losses and despair, was causing her pain, and she cried despite happy ending. These were tears of sadness, not of joy. The day's session has begun much less dramatically. Elizabeth had only recent regained energy and self-confidence to enter into relationship. This time, short-term encounter with an older man. Elizabeth thought initially attracted to him as he had money and position, but there was no chemistry, at least not on her part. Her head urged her to settle, accept that he was secure, but seems care about her quite bit, and who else there for her anyway. Elizabeth's heart said no, do not settle, you do not love him, and without love, what is there? Her heart argumently finally won. He was pressing her to deepen relationship, to have sex, and to make commitment. Elizabeth decided to end it. She was relieved, said to be lonely again, but not depressed. Overall, she was handling the end of relationship very appropriately, and yet she was with the red eye, stuffy nose, and mascara running widely. So in this session, basically, in her life now, she again got into a relationship with the older man, thinking like he's much powerful in terms of money and position. But again, the heart always tells the truth. So her heart was not uh, aligning to this relationship, and finally she broke down from there. So when she started the regression process, Elizabeth lapsed into a deep trance and took her back into time zones again. This time she emerged into Ireland in several centuries ago. I'm pretty. She started now. As she's in deep trance now, she started. I'm pretty. She commented immediately upon finding herself. I have a dark hair, light eyes. I dress very plainly, and wear no makeup or jewelry, as if I'm hiding. My skin is so white, I'm like cream. So now the brain was asking, hide him from what? I inquire, followed her lead. She was silent for a few moments, looking for answer. From my husband, yes, from him. Oh, he is a lout. He drinks too much, and he become violent. He's so selfish, I curse this marriage. Why did you choose him? I innocently asked. I did not choose him. I would never choose him. My parents chose him, and now they are dead. They are dead, but I have to live with him. He is all I have now, she said. Fragile sadness joined and in the anger in her voice. Do you have any children? Does anyone live with you? I asked. No, her anger was subsiding, but sadness was more evidently now. I cannot. I had a miscarriage. There was a great deal of bleeding and infection. They said I can't bear children. He is angry for me for that also. He blames me for not bearing son for him, as if I wanted to do this. She was upset again. He hits me, she added, and suddenly soft voice. He hits me as if I were a dog. I hate him for that. She stopped talking and tears formed in corner of her eyes. He hits you? I echoed. Yes, she answered simply. I waited for more, but she was reluctant to elaborate. Where does he hits you? On my back, my arms, my face, everywhere. Can you stop him? At times, I used to hit him back, but he hurts me more. He drinks too much. The best thing I can do to accept his beating. Eventually, he tires and stops until the next time. Look at him closely, I urged. Look at his into his eyes. See if you can recognize him. Anyone in your current life. Elizabeth eyes narrowed, and she purred as if she were looking into something. Her eyelid remains closed. I do know him. It's George. It's George. Good, you are back in the lifetime. The beating have stopped. She had recognized the banker. So George is basically a character who was in her life like some time back. So that's what she recognized. George, with whom she had a relationship a year and a half earlier, that relationship ended when George became physically abusive. Pattern such abusiveness can persist over times, many lifetimes, if not recognized and broken. At some subconscious level, Elizabeth and George had remembered each other. They had come together once again and tried to resume the abuse. However, Elizabeth had learned the impression over the centuries. This time, Elizabeth had a strength and self-respect for their relationship soon after abuse began. When when past life origins are discovered, it is even easier to break destructive pattern. I looked over Elizabeth. She was quiet. She seems to be sad and hopeless. I had enough information about the abusive husband, so I decided to move her into the time. I will count backward from 3 to 1 and tap on your lightly on your forehead. I told her as I do this, move ahead in next significant event in your life. Let it come into complete focus into your mind as I count and see what happens to you. On count of 1, she begins, smile blissfully. I glad I was a little light break in the life. He has died. Thank God. I'm so happy. She gushed. I'm with a man I love. He's so kind and gentle. He never hits me. We love each other. He is very good man. We are happy together. Her blissful smile never faded. How did your husband die? I inquired. In the tavern, she answered. Her smile faded. He was killed in a fight. They tell me that he was stabbed in the chest with a long knife. It must have pierced his heart. They they tell me there was a blood everywhere. I've not said that he died. She continued, I would have not met John otherwise. John is a wonderful man. Her radiant smile had returned. Once again, I pressed forward. Go ahead next in time. I instructed, and see what happens, John, with John and you. Go to the next significant event in your life. She silently scanned her eyes in ears, and then, I'm very weak. My heart is fluttering so. I gasped. I cannot catch my breath. She had progressed into the day of her death. Is John around? Oh, yeah. He's sitting on the bed holding my hand. He is very concerned, very attentive. He knows he's going to lose me. We are sad about, but this is happy that we lived many good years together. She paused. Remember the scene with John at her bedside. Only Elizabeth's relationship with her beloved mother was approached to this incredible level of joy, love, and intimacy she had started with John. Look closely at John. Look at his face. Look at into his eye. See if you can recognize him, someone in your present life. Recognition often immediately occurs with an unmistakable certainty when a patient looks into the other's eye. The eyes may truly be window of soul. No, she said simply, I do not know him. She paused again and spoke with alarm in her voice. My heart is giving out. She declared, very erratic now. I feel like I want to leave this body now. It's okay, leave that body. Tell me what happens to you. After a few moments, she began to describe event following her death. Her face looks peaceful, her breathing relaxed. I'm hovering above and aside my body, near to the corner of the ceiling. I can see John sitting with my body. He's just sitting there. He doesn't want to move. He will be all alone now. We only had each other. Then you never had children? I asked for clarification. No, I could not, but that was not important. We had each other, and that was enough for us. She lapsed back into silence. Her face is still peaceful and a smile on her face. It's so beautiful here. I'm aware of beautiful light all around me. It pulls me in. I want to follow. It's beautiful light. Iris stores if you energy. Go ahead, I agreed. We travel enough in a beautiful valley with the trees, flowers all around. I'm becoming aware of many things, much information, much knowledge, but I don't want to forget John. I must remember John. And if I learn all these other things, I might forget John. I don't want to forget him. I can't. You will remember John, I advised, but I was not really sure. What was the other knowledge she was beginning to? I asked. It's all about lifetime and energies, about how we use our lifetime to perfect our energies so that we can move on to higher worlds. They are telling me about energy and about love and how these are same. When we understand that we love really is, but I do not want to forget John about. I will remind you about the John. Good. Is there more? No. That's all for now. She added, we can learn more about love by listening our intuitions. Perhaps this is the last this is the perhaps this the last comment had more level of meaning, especially for me. Years earlier, Master speaking through Catherine had told me very end of her session uh, their amazing revelation. What we tell you as of now, you must now learn through your intuition. There would not be any more revelation through Catherine hypnosis. Elizabeth rested. There would no further revelation today either. I asked, I awakened her, and after her mind reoriented, present time, she begins crying softly. Why are you crying? I gently asked. Because I love him so much. I don't want, I don't think I ever love someone that much again. I never met any man that could love like that who loved me back the same way. And without love, how can we find my life complete again? How can I would be completely happy? You never know, I objected. Without much conviction, you could meet someone and fall madly love again. You could meet John again in another body. Sure. So here Arthur is again trying to tell her from Pedro that Pedro is the same guy who was the John actually. So he's trying to say, tell her that you might meet him again. Sure, she said that sarcasm. Her tears kept falling. You are just trying to make me feel better. I got better chance to winning a lottery than finding him. The odd of winning a lottery, I remember, were 40 million to one. And now this story ended. Now Arthur is coming back to the another story here. Though time into healing, this another book Arthur wrote. I describe a reunion of Ariel and Anne, a reunion with a soulmate after a long and involuntary separation can be an experience worth waiting for even with the centuries. On a vacation southwest, my former patient Ariel, a biologist, met an Australian named Anthony. Both were emotionally mature individuals who had been married before. They quickly fell into love, became engaged. Back in Miami, Ariel suggested that Anthony have a recreation session with me just to see if could have more experience. See what comes up. They were both curious to find out Ariel would appear in the way Anthony regression. Anthony turned out to be superb regression subject. Almost instantly, he returned into very vivid North African lifetime around the same time Hannibal, more than 2000 years ago. In that lifetime, Anthony had been member of a very advanced civilization. His particular tribe was fair skinned, and they were gold smelters who had ability to use liquid fire as a weapon by spreading it on the surface of river. Anthony was a young man, is in mid 20s, midst fighting 40 days war and neighboring. Anthony's tribe had actually trained with some members of his enemy tribe in their art of warfare, and one of the former trainee was leading the assault. 100,000 of enemy tribe carrying swords and hatches were crossing the large river on the ropes. Anthony had his people spread on liquid fire on their river, hoping that would reach attackers before they reach to the shore. To protect their women and children, defending tribes put most of them in large boats and violet sails in the middle of the huge lake. Among this group, Anthony was young, and Anthony's fiance was also there, was perhaps a 17 or 18-year-old. However, the liquid fire suddenly burnt out of control and catch fire on the boats. Most of the tribes and women's children perished in this tragic accident, and including his fiance also, who was the great patient. This tragedy broke into, this tragedy broke the morale of warrior, and they were soon defeated. Anthony was one of the few who escaped slaughter uh, through the tunnel. A secret passageway led to the war of the room underneath the large temple where tribe's treasure was stored. There Anthony had found one more living person, his king. The king commanded Anthony to kill him, and Anthony, a loyal soldier, complied against all his will. After the king's death, Anthony was all alone in the dark temple where he used his time to write history of his people on the gold leaf and seal the writing in the large urns or jars. It was here eventually died in starvation and grief of his love for his fiancé and people. There was one more detail on his fiancé lifetime reincarnated as Ariel in this lifetime. The two of them reunited lovers after thousands of years. Finally, long postponed wedding took place. Anthony and Ariel had only separated for 1 hour when he was stepped out of my office. But the power of the reunion is such as it was as of though they have not seen each other for 2000 years. Recently, Ariel and Anthony were married, and their sudden and intense and seemingly convicting meeting now has a new layer of their meaning to them. Anthony and Ariel plan to meet North Africa to try to find out the location of their past together and see what comes out of it. So this is it, Master, on chapter 11. So what we learn here in this chapter specifically is the two things basically. If you have a strong soulmate relationship, the time is just an illusion here in this case. Basically, if you look at the last story, it's been 2000 years later they met, and they are still in the relationship as of though they are together forever since then. The other thing, very important thing in this lesson is about the self-respect, basically. So, the one of the story which came out is like Elizabeth married to a person who was very abusive, used to beat her, and she used to take it for granted because she never opposed him. And the same person came again in her present life as one of the banker, and she recognized him now. But in this lifetime, she stood on her own and she left that relationship. So that's a very important lesson from this particularly, that you should have self-respect for yourself, stand for yourself, and if you feel this kind of situation coming up, then you should always stand to your own feet and then take a decision. So that's about this. Madhuji, you want to add on anything?
Wonderfully done. Thank you so much, Sanjay ji. It was really a nice story, and in this story, Elizabeth is actually going into her past life regressions where she is actually mourning the loss of her mother, and through past life regression by Dr. Brian Weiss, she is trying to find about her mom, and she is also trying to know where in her past life her mom would be. But with a series of past life regressions, she had, like yesterday, we were talking about how Elizabeth found herself as Miriam, and then the dad is basically no one else but it's Pedro. And later on, she also finds, now that maybe later on she might also know about Pedro in this lifetime as well. But here, Dr. Brian Weiss is telling about Ariel and Anthony. And literally, when we were hearing and reading the story just now by Sanjay ji, as spoken by Sanjay ji. So, in this story, Ariel and Anthony, uh, like, because Ariel spoke about a past life regression to Anthony, and she wanted Anthony to go into this past life regression because of curiosity, and they wanted to know. But after getting out of the past life regression and coming out of Dr. Brian Weiss's office, Dr. Weiss's thing like saw that how these two lovebirds, I would say, um, they met as if they were reunified again after 2000 years ago. Like basically after 2000 years, they are again meeting. So after getting out of the office also, the union was felt by Dr. Weiss as well. He could see, like, when two soulmates reunite, what happens, how he was watching them, right? So, Masters, this was about Elizabeth, and also there were tidbits of Catherine's life here and Ariel and Anthony. In the last chapters, we have read about Pedro and his past incarnations. So, definitely how this is going to unfold, how Elizabeth is going to meet uh, her future partner, and in her past life, she has also seen um, that she had met like for a short term she had a partner which was old and abusive, and then she found John, whom she loved a lot. But she died and she had to leave John. So this was very sad for her. But let's see, because we are hopeful. The story is going to continue further, and we are going to know next week about it. So let's see what is next for this Only Love is Real book. Anyone wishes to share anything related to this? Because this last line that Sanjay said, it was like what was written in the book, that sometimes people don't respect you. People, they judge you, and mostly people who are in our lives, the karmics. And when they do certain things, they break our heart, they break other people's heart, I would say. But time and again, we have to understand that we have to stand up for ourselves. We have to be courageous. At the same time, we have to be loving, forgiving, and accepting our own self, and accepting the others also. But if you are going through that kind of abuse that Elizabeth faced, time and again, you have to stand up for yourself, and you have to let go. You have to work for yourself. You have to take, um, you have to take your life in your own hands, and you have to get out of this rut.
Self-worth is very important.
Yes, self-worth is very important, and that is what is the focus of this chapter today. That please do stand up for yourself, be courageous. I know, and definitely, I would also say one thing for people who are listening and who would go into this recording. I know life is difficult, masters. I know that it is not easy. Sometimes the luck does not work, and you have to go through lot many challenges, years of challenges. I would say years of abuse and years of being criticized by others, not helped by others, not supported by others. And it definitely takes a toll on your body, it takes a toll on your mind, your health, and many more things. So it is not easy, and I get you. But I would say until the karma is balanced, until you experience that, you learn a certain lesson to stand up for yourself, you won't get out. You have to stand up for yourself. So there are many lessons that you have to learn, and certain lessons are learned the hard way. Why I'm speaking like that is there are certain things in everyone's life that you come across and you get out of those ruts. Some ruts are made by your own self, your own mind. So be aware enough to see your own rut, your own habits, and your routines. Definitely, you'll get out of it. But until you change your mindset, your perception, and until you change the way you stand up for yourself, you can't change anything else. So you better start changing. You better start taking certain decisions for yourself. So anyhow, thank you so much, Sanjay. It was really wonderful. And
Thank
I
you,
saw
Auntie.
Nina ji's hand. Nina ji, would you like to share?
Yes.
Go ahead, please. Unmute.
Hi, Madhuji and Sanjay ji. Thank you so much for a wonderful session. Um, Give us some strategies how to avoid confrontation or sometimes insult from other people. Like how to tackle those kind of situation. Give us any insight, any tips.
It's difficult, I would say. It is
Yes, it is
difficult.
difficult. Correct.
Uh, oh, Sanjay, would you like to go or should I go?
I didn't catch it completely. I heard like insult or what else you
Yeah,
said?
sometimes in relationships, we go into a lot of insults by our own family
Right.
members. That is what she is asking. So give her some tips on how to not confront and how to, let that go right away, or something that can help you, help anyone in their life, because this is a very
Correct.
important question coming from Nina ji. It is not about Nina ji, but it is about everyone. I that is why I was little, because certain things happen in everyone's life, masters. And what happens is it's because the life is hard. There are a lot of challenges. People living in India, it is not easy, I would say, for them. But people living in US or any other country, it is not easy either here as well. It's much difficult here, I would say, there, because many a times for people from different countries who are coming here to earn money and to stand up to earn money for their family, um, definitely after marriage, after so and so things, there are a lot of challenge. Not only marriage, but I would say even live-in relationships. People who are living, certain times they are very abusive, and you don't even know. We can just hear because we, um, our culture has always told us about, that you have to get married, then you can live together, and so things. But people who are actually in living relationships, they also go into a lot of abuse. So addressing that, and as well as addressing people who are from married areas, I would say married, genre, I would say. So it is about certain times when people do confront, you can't help it. You can't get out of that rut. The point is, it hurts you. They are criticizing you time and again. Why it is happening? Because there is a lesson to be learned. You have to get out of that rut. You have to be courageous. The point now, coming back, I'm not going to address this question right away, but I'm going to tell you how to understand the situation. Certain situations in our lives happen because um, we have to get out of that, because that is our soul plan. I'll tell you one experience from my life, which I am not happy about sharing, but I'm just going to share. In my present life past, down the years, I would say, uh, after my marriage, after we came back, after I came to Chicago, and we were having arguments, lot many arguments for every small things, we would argue, me and my husband would argue for, because after getting married and coming from Virginia, we shifted here, Chicago, and then what happened was, it was about his job, and we were on H1 visa. I was on dependent visa because I could not work here. Apart from whether I had done master's degree or not, it did not matter because
Right.
I was on H4. So it was like, after doing so much, and academically I was very sound, everything was good, an all-rounder, but I was sitting at home doing nothing, could not, because there was no visa processes going on. And for me to work, it was I have to have EAD, the employment authorization, right? So, but the point was that he was also getting the brunt of his he has to take care of the house, the mortgage and loan, whatever, and also so many insurances here, health insurance, car insurance, lot many things.
Right.
Everyone goes through that. And he had lot of work also. He would work, um, uh, for a lot many hours, and then he would get irritated by the time evening comes, and I couldn't even talk to him. So this would happen for a long time, and happened, and it was like every now and then he would be very toxic, irritated, and if I ask him nicely also, he would think that I'm interrupting him, or it would be very disturbing to him. And then it took a toll on my health, my mental situation, my situation, how I have to get out. I can't get out because the point is, it's not about leaving the marriage. It is about that I wanted to work, but I could not work. I could not help him in any way. Now the point is, I'm myself frustrated because I can't work, and he is frustrated because he has to work a lot. And now the point is, he's on H1 visa, and then he's working, but then lot of responsibilities are there. He's sending money to home also. Then the point came that this happened for a few many years. I had my elder one, and then I got into body issues, health issues, and I saw that I'm just being irritated a lot. Like, I'm always irritated. I'm complaining, and I'm not happy. And whenever I used to cook food, I'm hungry and I have to cook food. So lot many things happened that time also. So then I somehow felt then, and he was also complaining that you are always fighting, arguing. So I'm not always fighting, but everything was working like in this way, synchronized way, that somehow everything was not okay, and things were happening which were not okay for us. And then finally one day I decided that I'm not going to cook until I get something to eat. So I started taking my life in my own hands, and whatever was good for me, I started doing it. That okay, I don't love myself, so I started doing mirror work. I started looking at the mirror and see, during the start I started with the mirror work, but I could not see my face because I was so into that negative zone that I could not see my face, because I was sad, I was depressed, and I would blame myself. And even, I used to get angry because I know I'm wrong, but I can't help it. And we were arguing continuously. Then stop doing that. He understood that, yes, I am hungry, so I need to eat food. And because it gives me head pain, a headache, and other issues are also going on. So slowly and steadily, I started turning. At that time, one of my friend came and she started telling me about angelic life. And I started praying. I started getting that therapy by the angelic kingdom, which was like not visible, you know. I would say it was, I would pray to them and they would come to me and they would help me. And somehow I started learning angelic therapy, and then I started learning psychic abilities course, many other things. And then I understood that this was being brought up into my life because of a reason, because I had to be there for other people, because this was my experience. So I don't think that this was in my past life, but because I have to help others, so I was given this experience. But then I took that lesson in my stride, and I worked with my husband. I told him that, you know, you don't need to talk rudely with me. I'll try and understand, but then these are certain things that we need to keep in mind. So we started slowly and steadily. But for that, both the parties had to be ready. But if in case both the parties are not ready, they will grow apart, right? They will fall apart. So for that, it's better that you have a communicate like a good communication with your husband, or talk with your husband, or talk with your wife, whoever it is. Talk with your children. Sometimes children also won't listen, and it happens. Like, you know, many a times teenagers or college going kids, they won't listen to us. What are you going to do about it? Sometimes you have to just keep quiet, or sometimes you just have to, you know, we have to tell that we as parents are, you know, we have to be flexible, but then at the same time we have to teach them also lessons as well. And at the end of the day, it's their life. After some time, you can't control them, you can't discipline them. You just have to let them know. And with husbands also, or wives also, same. Sometimes confrontation is not okay. Sometimes you have to keep quiet, let the other person take care of themselves by their own self. And sometime I would say it would be, you know, just keep quiet for a while. And sometimes you just give it back, you respond. So I would say you react and you respond, but don't react. It only will come with maturity, I would say. It won't come when you are young. If you are really mature, even if you are young, then wonderful. But if you are not mature and you don't have that understanding, or you haven't seen your parents, see, many a times what happens is sometimes you are shown that picture, then you live that life. But sometimes people have seen a different picture altogether, and the other person is coming from a different background, they also cannot understand. So understanding, and I would say, see, love is very essential, I would say. Yes, it is very, very important. But respecting the other person, respecting who you have in your life is also very important. Understanding them and respecting their values, respecting them, giving them boundaries, and giving them space is also very important. Giving them space to think about it, not going from the point where you are being argumentative. But we have to understand that, you know, certain times giving space is important. And after space also, if they don't understand, then definitely you have to see what you have to do. You have to stand up for yourself, because you can't live like that. You can't be bullied time and again. You have to. So what I started doing was very simple things. I started putting Himalayan salt lamps. I started putting, you know, crystals, something. And I asked and I started, and I think one example I told, one day I was, and he would be understanding, but he would come up like, you know, he would just be into that argumentative state, whatever I tell. And I would be like, just seeing him, like, what are you doing? Now, the point was, one day I told him about my puja ghar, that go and clean. And I couldn't do. So I told my husband, and he shouted at me at night because he was tired and he wanted to sleep. And I was talking to him that, please, can you do this tomorrow? And he just told me, um, lot many things he said, and then I started crying. So as I started crying, but I was crying without um, any voice, but I was crying. So, but because I have learned so much, so what I did was, I just thought, oh my goodness, what am I doing? I know so much, and then I'm crying. So then what I did, I just wiped my tears, and I sat and I smiled with, like, I did a drama with myself. And I said, I took a deep inhalation and I said, my husband loves me, he supports me. And in the morning when I get up, he'll just finish everything up. And I slept after that. After making that intention, smiling and sleeping. Next morning, before I woke up, everything was done. This is the power of intention, masters. So I have changed my life with intentions and I've done it. So when I explain it here time and again, I'm not lying. And this is a very personal that did not want to share, but I shared just because so that you all understand that it is not what you see here, but the work is also being done behind the this platform also. So I'm not coming from a show off background, but I'm also telling you that yes, once you start putting intentions, they work. But also you have to be forgiving, you have to be accepting and understanding, and also change your vibration, change your vibration, change your frequency. Don't stay there. Once you stay there, you are again going to reflect that same frequency. It is all around you, as if you are smelling. Just think that whenever you are angry, your body releases certain bad hormones that are smelly, and you are smelling. Basically, you are smelling bad. So imagine that you have to smell sweet. Means basically having a sweet smile, having a like loving energy to you. When you get into this energy, you are radiating that loving energy. But if you are into angry energy, you are radiating that angry energy. The food is anger, how to say, like how we say energized, I would say it would be angerized. The food will be angerized, the chapatis will be burned. So many things will happen, but you have to understand that everything has to take their own time. But like Rome was not built in a day, this thing also won't happen in uh, like in a jiffy. It would take time. But give yourself time, give your relationship time, and see if still it does not changes, then the call is yours. I think so. That is what from my side. Sanjay, if you want to add something, you can go ahead and say.
Just little bit actually. So you put so much detail, Madhuji. Thank you. It's basically if we look at um, our human existence, right? We are being energy being, and we are electromagnetic transmitter and receiver. So what bandwidth, what frequency, or what energy we tune into, we attract that. So if you are always getting towards like a lower vibration where you are thinking within you that I'm going to get a scolding or I'm going to get into argument, that's going to happen for sure because you are initiating it within you. You are tuning your energy into that mode. So you will get through that. So next time when it happens, you know that situation can be like this. So mostly like in office time or in home also, we have that relationship where we always see that. One practice you can do here, which I tried and it worked actually, that before you go to that person or before entering into room or before getting into phone calling the person or getting any kind of like a connection with that person physically, going in front of person or calling that person, 10 times you say I love you, that person's name, I love you, and you are going to behave nicely with me, and then give a pause, feel that in heart, and then try it out one time, two time. I'm telling you, in fourth or five time, you will see the difference instantly. Like Madhuji said, right? Yeah, she said, like she just prayed, my husband loves me and he's going to help me understand me. And then morning, everything was done for her. So
So, but
that's the
one
actually
thing,
actual
sorry,
tuning.
sorry, one thing that I want to interrupt. Yes, he loved me and he loves me still, but there was small fights that added on to this, that we were tired of this life, that, we are doing so much and still nothing is happening. So irritation comes because the other both the parties are working at their own end, and that is very tiring. So that also irritates you because there is a lot of EMFs also going on because he's a software engineer. So many people who work with the wires and software digital things, you see lot many EMFs will actually bother you, your mind and your energy. So you have to cut down on that
Right.
frequencies.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, so basically again we come back to the same story here in this today's chapter also, like the self-worth. So you don't feel yourself as a downgraded person basically. Be worthful within you that I am worthy of it and everybody loves me, or the person is specifically whom you are having argument or something. Just feel that within your heart. Go to that person with that heartly intention that that person is going to honor you, going to love you. Do that promptly, like you can write it down, you can do as affirmation in before sleeping and morning after waking up. And before you make connection, basically call or direct face-to-face talk, just try it out 10 times you say say, I love you, I love you, I love you, and I'm going to get a good response from you, and then try it out. It will work. It's a law of attraction. Basically, you are tuning up your own frequency through your heart to connect with other human being or person who is also an electromagnetic device. Basically, we are electromagnetic device. Basically, you can say it's like a radio knob, right? You have multiple channels going on. When you tune into particular station, you hear that. So you have to tune there, right? You want to hear a good song, your favorite song, then you have to tune it to your favorite frequency band, 92.7. So you have to go to 92.7. If you are at 89.2, you'll not hear that song. So you have to come there. So tune in your energy to that level and you will feel that. So affirmations works here. Basically, you can do affirmation, also silent affirmation or write and read affirmation also. These are all basically law of attraction tricks. Also, you can get this kind of tricks from many masters on YouTube also. But that's what I would say. Like it's all about our own energy, basically how we tune into. Thank you. Okay, so if we nothing else, then we can get into meditation. I'll share music masters and then we'll get into meditation. So remove your specs, close your eyes, sit tightly on your bed, sofa, or ground. Try to keep your back straight, and we will do breathing. Let me know if music is too loud. So we'll do box breathing technique basically to relax our body and then harmonize our body cells. So we'll take a deep breath as much as we can, then hold it, release it slowly, and then again hold it, and then deep breath again. It's Antakumbhak and Vaikumbhak combination. So take a deep breath as much as you can. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Slowly and deeply. Take as much as you can and hold it now. Hold it as long as you can. Slowly release it. Again, next breath. Slowly. Hold it before. Release it slowly. Take the next deep breath as much as you can. Hold it. Release it slowly. Get back to normal breathing now. Let's relax our body. Bring your full awareness on top of your head. Feel the white light coming from sky on top of your head, relaxing it, energizing it, vitalizing it. Feel your top of your head is relaxed now. The white light is moving down to your eyes, brows, nose, until your mouth. Feel all your facial tissues are being relaxed now. They are getting energized with this white light. The next breath, bring your attention to your throat. The white light is moving to your throat. and your neck. It's relaxing your throat, releasing any discomfort you have there, energizing and vitalizing your throat. White light is moving down to your chest, your heart, your lungs, your stomach. Every organ is getting released now. All the tension, stiffness is getting released now. The white light is flowing from your shoulders, both of your hand, till your fingers. Your hands are getting relaxed now. They are energized, vitalizing now. Feel the white light is moving from your neck till your tailbone through your backbone, your spine. Feel the energy surge in your spine, up and down. The white light moving through your energy centers in your spine. Feel the white light moving to your thighs, your knees, your calf muscles, and both of your feet. Your entire body is relaxed now. If you feel anywhere you still feel any kind of discomfortness, tightness, with your intention, send this white light to that body part and feel that part is getting relaxed. Any tension, any discomfortness, release now. Your full body is relaxed. Now get back to your breathing. Be fully aware of your breath now. Just incoming and outgoing breath. Any thought comes in between, just acknowledge it. Don't attach yourself with it. Just acknowledge and get back to your breathing. And now your work is to just observe your breath. Now move your awareness, your energy to your heart center. And every breath you are going to take from now on, feel it's coming through your heart. Your inhale and exhale through your heart. Every heartbeat, every breath, be aware of it now. Bring your full awareness into your heart center. Try to listen to your heartbeat. Feel the vibration from your heartbeat. Feel the breathing through your heartbeat, through your heart. Try to listen to your heartbeat now. If you bring your full awareness into your heart center, you'll be able to see this. The energy is coming through your heart. The energy of love, which connects all of us, connects every sentient being, the entire universe. We are connected. All of us are connected with this energy. We are connected, entire universe, with this energy. Feel this energy in your heart. Pulses, the waves coming to your heart, is energy of love. This energy is connecting, grounding you through Mother Earth. It's making a loop, a helix around you, like a magnet. We are a beam of light made of this love energy. The more you pay attention to your heart center, more you become lighter, lighter and lighter, floating bubble. Bring your full awareness into your heart and feel this. You are getting lighter. You are like a bubble, a floating bubble. Forget about your name, your gender identity. Forget whether you are male or female, your father, mother, brother, sister. You are nobody. You are not this body at all. See yourself as a light being. You are a beam of a light. You are just an energy beam. Step into unknown, become nobody. There is a lot more, a larger, a bigger truth waiting for you. If you drop this identity, this illusion of your identity, then you will be able to see this. Just become nobody. Feel through your heart and you will be able to see this. You are energy being, just a beam of light, a floating bubble. Stay centered through your heart. Be in your heart center. Feel each and every breath coming and going through your heart. We are made in image of God. God is pure love, pure light. We are also pure love and pure light. Feel this in your essence. This is what you are. Everything is made of love only. That's the primordial energy. Which makes the whole universe. Feel this in your heart center. Feel this is within you. There is nothing else. Rest all emotions are illusion. Love is only real emotion, real energy, real feeling. Flow with it. You are a beam of energy flowing from eternities. Identify yourself. See yourself. Who you are. See it through your heart, not through your eyes, not through your ego. Drop your all egos now, all identities. Then you can see yourself as a pure light, pure love, energy. All other emotions, all the lower vibrations are just illusion. Any grudges, any hatred, any envy you have for anybody, it's all illusion created by your ego. If you look through your heart, if you feel through your heart, you cannot hate anybody. You cannot have grudges for anyone. Everybody is made of pure love. You are pure love. So blend yourself within it. Forgive others. Forgive yourself. If you are carrying any grudge, any resentment, any envy, any hatred for anybody, forgive them. It's all illusion. Anything and everything happens in our life, good or bad. It's part of our own creation, our own planning. We are light being, we are a spiritual being. Come here on Mother Earth to experience the emotions. So anything happens to us in this life, because of us or because of others, just part of that experience gaining only. You wanted to experience that emotion. And that's why we go through that. So don't hold accountable others for that. If you are going through tough time, you are having a bad experience, that bad is labor through your ego. That's not a bad experience. It's the experience which you wanted to go through. You wanted to learn it. You wanted to master it. So other cannot be accountable for that. Forgive them and be grateful to them. They are giving you a chance to learn that emotion, to go through that emotion, to master that emotion. Forgive others, forgive yourself. If you are holding yourself for anything happened in your life, you are resentful for that. Forgive yourself. We lived into thousands of bodies, but that you is a driver. That's not the body. So don't identify yourself with this ego, this body. You are an eternal being, energy being. Identify yourself, recognize yourself. You are pure light. You just wanted to go through an experience. That's why you are in this body. You wanted to learn it. So let's forgive others. Bring each and every person whom you feel have any kind of grudge, any hard feeling from your recent experience or from your childhood or any lifetime. If you feel somebody is bothering you still in your mind, in your feeling, still capturing that hard emotion in your heart, release it now. Your heart is to keep only love, to transmit only love, not to keep any hard feeling, not to keep any grudge, not to keep any hatred, envy. Bring that person or persons one by one in your awareness, forgive them, and release that feeling from your heart. Make it lighter and lighter. More you lighter, make it lighter, more your life will be easier. You will increase your vibration by releasing these lower vibrations. Hatred, envy, jealousy, anger. Release them. Forgive others. I forgive you and I love you. Thank you for being part of my life. Bring one by one that person in your awareness and forgive them. I forgive you. I love you. I forgive myself. I forgive this body. I love myself. I love this body. Let's seek for forgiveness from others also for anything happened. Due to the things we have done. I'm sorry, please forgive me, each and everyone, whomever I have hurt in this lifetime or any of my previous lifetime, knowingly or unknowingly, directly or indirectly, physically, emotionally, or verbally. Please forgive me and release me from this karmic bond. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. I forgive each and everyone, whoever ever hurt me in this lifetime or any of my previous lifetime, knowingly or unknowingly, directly or indirectly, physically, emotionally, or verbally. I forgive you and release you from this karmic bond. Thank you for being part of my life to teach me a lesson, to go through me that experience. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. The love energy we carry in our heart is infinite and eternal. It has no limit. It's beyond time and space. You can send this love to anybody, anywhere, whom you feel they are in need. They are grieving, they are suffering, or anybody need healing. The person can be here, near you, anywhere in the globe, or even departed from Mother Earth. We can still send this love energy to them. Bring that person in your awareness now and send this love energy. I love you. Feel this energy going through your heart, reaching to that person, embracing that person, comforting that person. And increasing that person's vibration so that person can be healed, can be brought into the love vibration. More you share, more you receive. Universe has abundance of everything. More you share love, more you receive. So send it to as many people as you want who are in need of this. Feel that your love, your heart center expanding. When you share this energy, you can feel that. You feel that vibration through your heart center. It's expanding, it's glowing. You become lighter and lighter when you do this. Do it as often as you can. Share love. Spread love. It's all love, all that is. Appreciation and gratitude is another way of energy vibration by which you can get closer to your heart, into your heart center. Be grateful to each and everything around you, directly or indirectly helping you in your life journey, in your soul journey, in your earthly life. Be grateful, be appreciative to each and everything. Be grateful to your body. It's amazing, sophisticated, most advanced machine God has given to us to operate here on Mother Earth. You think through your brain. You cannot develop this brain. It comes. It is given to you. So grateful. Be grateful to universe, to the God for this. You see through your eyes. You see the world. You see the scenery, good and bad, everything through your eyes. You cannot produce it. Be grateful to universe, to the God for giving it to you. You listen through your ear. You smell through your nose. You speak and eat through your mouth. Be grateful to it. You feel through your heart. Your lungs support you in breathing. Your stomach helps you in digestion. Your hands help you in everyday chores. Your legs support you in walking, in driving, in operating anything. So you have a wonderful body. You cannot imagine to make this. So to be grateful to the universe, to your parents for giving this to you. Thank you, universe, for giving us this life opportunity to continue our soul journey on Mother Earth in this body. Thanks to our parent for giving us this body in this Mother Earth, giving us birth, giving us unconditional love, nourishment, protection, education, and everything what we have today in our life. Thanks to our sibling, spouse, children, neighbors, colleagues, friends, relatives, and each and every person who are helping us directly or indirectly on our soul journey, day to day. Thanks to our spirit guide, our higher self, all the ascended masters, Patriji, Avatar Babaji, and each and every masters who are guiding us in this spiritual path, protecting us on this journey. Thanks to them. Slowly, slowly get back to your body, Awareness Masters. Feel the warmth around you. Feel the presence of Masters around you. Feel the energy field around you. Take a deep breath and let this energy flow through your body, each and every cell, each and every atom within your body. Let it flow through. Let it energize, vitalize your body. One more time. Take a deep breath and let it flow through your body. Slowly, slowly wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingers. Bring your both hands together. Place them on your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slowly, slowly open your eyes with a smile on your face. Take your own time to come out of meditation. And please feel free to unmute yourself and share if you have any experience or any questions. Thank you all, Masters, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you for sharing your time, space, energy with us.
Thank you so much, Sanjay ji. Wonderful meditation. It was really great. Thank you so much for the wonderful Swadhyay and wonderful meditation. And thank you to all the masters who joined us today. Thank you. If anyone has any experiences to share, masters, please go ahead and share.
Still, they are in meditation.
Mostly at this time, many people
Yeah.
don't, right? But anyhow, if anyone has, please do share. And thank you, Sanjay ji. I really am
Thank you.
feeling grateful that today you have taken the Only Love is Real's chapter 11, and it had a lot of lessons. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Masters, for always putting the group. Thank you.
Rani ji,
Rani ji.
unmute yourself, please. Thank you so much, Neha.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Sanjay ji, for the wonderful class.
Thank you.
And the meditation. It was so calming, especially during the end. I didn't want to come back. It's very, very calming. I feel very light. Thank you.
Thank you, Rani ji, for sharing your time, space, energy here.
Thank you, Rani ji. Thank you so much. And anyone else would like to share? How was your, like, apart from this, Rani ji, was there any like clairvoyant vision or experience that you saw, or it was just peaceful? Unmute yourself if you want to.
So at the end, as he was asking to come back to your body, I could just see a lot of like twinkling lights. I was in a dark room, so there was no way for me to feel that light. And when you sprinkle water on your face, or when you spray like a something on your face to get that freshness. So that kind of light was just flashing on my face.
Beautiful. That's like
So
sparkles of light.
Wonderful.
Yeah, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
very, very nice. And it has this cooling effect.
yes. Because lot of energies are there in your hand when you meditate. Even I also had the same. When I ended my meditation at that time, kept my hands, so I could not see the light that is being focused right now on my face. I could not see that light as well. It was basically, I had to just shut the light off because I was doing it with eye mask also, but really wonderful. And because there's a lot of energy, so what happens, Masters, sometimes people do rub their hands. Don't rub your hands, just keep it like that. You will
Yeah.
find a lot of
Don't worry,
energy.
just keep it.
Yeah, that disturbs the
Yeah.
energy of your hand. So never rub your, like earlier, maybe a twice or thrice, maybe I must have said, but then later on I have said that don't rub your hands, just keep it on your eyes or your palms, so that will
Right, right.
happen. Yeah. There's a lot
Yeah,
of,
just like that.
yeah. So anyhow, but thank you so much, Raniji, and thank you, Homaji, thank you, um, Pushpaji, Ashaji, Hillary.
Thank
So
you
I
all,
just have a
masters.
quick question. Madhuji, I think I shared it with Avani ma'am also once,
Mm-hmm.
that I always feel that um, some uncomfortable feeling in my eyes, as if
Okay.
there's a sand, and it's always like hot. I need to put either ice pack or wash my eyes too often. But
Mm-hmm.
today also, after this session, I feel that I have that cooling effect
Yes.
inside my eyes, as if when you put ice on top. Um, so how that happens during
Basic.
meditation?
What happens is, first of all, there is healing energy that is coming inside your body through crown, and then it goes into your parasympathetic nerves. Basically, when we are active, as I said earlier also in some of my sessions, that when our body is active, what happens is our body is continuously in stress. So that time when our body is in stress, when we are in the wake state, what happens is the sympathetic nervous system is active. It releases a lot of cortisol in the system. Our pineal gland is basically stressed. So even light activeness or whatever you're working with, it affects your sympathetic nervous system. But as your body starts becoming calm and getting into this tranquil state, where your mind goes into, that peaceful state, what happens is your pineal gland starts releasing dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins. So these are like basically happy hormones releasing into your system from head to toe, all the organs. But basically, at that time when your body is receiving the cosmic energy, your body is healing your eyes wherever that healing energy is required. There are pockets of energy. There are pockets of energy that are being basically when you are opening your eyes, as you have some health issues also. So that is affecting your eyes. Healing energy is going into your eyes then, and it starts lubricating. Your eyes has a natural tendency to release tears. So the natural tears, they start releasing as you meditate, and it lubricates your eye. Your eye is basically, if you are continuously watching computers, or you are continuously in the heating environment, or direct fan or direct AC or something, the wind is coming inside, the whiff of AC is coming or heating, right? That also makes your eyes dry, and that is also affecting your eyes. So even with any issues with your health, like you have, so that is also affecting your eyes. The eyes, maybe you might have glaucoma or something if it is not taken under consideration or you haven't worked on it. But because you like, why I can understand this is because my husband used to have certain problems with his eyes, and he has to put natural tears. So doctor told the same thing. But then when I told him to meditate, he started meditating. He had also the same thing that you are telling, same experience, that his eyes started becoming more, hydrated, and that as if that sand feeling, it went away.
Amazing.
Yeah. So, okay. I can share, Hillary is writing to everyone. I can share that toward the end, I got very hot. And instead of moving, I tell myself that I'm burning off something and I stay still and it passes. Wonderful. This happens sometimes. I try to stay still and not mind it. Yes, but maybe that is also why you are becoming hot. Are you drinking water, Hillary? But there is some negative energy that is within your body where that unhealed energy is moving out and you are making yourself feel. So try and drink some water if you can. Okay, at the start of meditation and at the end of meditation. For anyone, this goes for anyone, everyone, I would say. So try that. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Raniji. Thank you, Hillary. Sanjay ji, would you like to say anything?
I think, yeah, you are absolutely right, Madhuji, on the point. So nothing much to it.
So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Sanjay ji, and thank you, Masters. It is really great to have you all here. Blessed to have you all here. Gratitude. Let us meet tomorrow with simple plain meditation and quote. So, Masters, may we all be happy, healthy, and vibrant. May we all practice meditation regularly with ourselves as well as group meditation. Let us teach meditation to others. Let us awaken others, but do our inner work regularly. Have a good night. If you are from US, have a wonderful day. If you are from India, stay blessed, stay happy, and stay vibrant, Masters. Love you all. Thank you. Thank you, Sanjay ji. Thank you, everyone.